Listen, boys, I know we understand we're different at this point, but can someone tell me what the fuck is going on outside? Thank you.
Ah, piss.
It was a mercy killing. You live in a camper van.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, Delta East here with a Team Fortress 2 gameplay commentary. And today I have an interesting subject to talk about. And yes, by the look of my video, I did switch my HUD back to my old one because of reasons. So anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, today we're going to be discussing about the new upcoming Team Fortress 2 competitive mode, which is coming out sooner than expected. Soon as in a couple of weeks or when summer starts, I guess. Or something similar to that. I have no idea when Valve considers releasing these things or whatever. But I wondered on how will the mode function in Tf2 because Tf2 competitive isn't something that can be added like every hat update Valve does now and then. I mean, it's not like they're gonna do, hi, here, have something we just try to make, okay, bye. No, if Valve is playing Tf2 competitive mode, I would want to know how will it function because the way everyone plays Tf2, I can't seem to find any suitable way for the mode to work. If you don't know what I'm talking about here, I'll explain. Tf2 can be played in numerous ways. As in numerous, I mean every possible conceivable way you can think of. From spamming mini-sentries, which is occasionally every day for me, to pushover pyros, or to a scout try to kill a heavy with a rap assassin while the heavy's eating a sandwich, and while the heavy's being killed by a medic, while the scout is being killed by another scout, using the rap assassin and doing the same thing that the other scout does with the heavy. But if you don't know where I'm getting at here, let me shorten it. Tf2 can be divided into several categories. The first category is the beginners, the babies, the space. Those are the people that just started playing Tf2. They probably got in Tf2 less than 10 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago, and, well, installed the game, I guess. I'm trying to... never mind. Anyway, they're the ones who start playing the game, who don't know anything about it, who will just run around the entire map, probably get confused and run back to their spawn, or not even know how to shoot some guy. But I know every player that plays Tf2 always considers going sniper or a speed because those are one of the most convincing meet the team videos. I mean, if you're a new guy that wants to join Tf2 and you want to watch some videos thinking which class to choose, you're immediately gonna go as the spy or as the sniper because those are the two classes which everyone really thinks is easy, but it's not, trust me. Now let's go to the next category, and the next category is the casual people. Those are the beginners who just started getting the hang of Tf2. They started to learn how to use different weapons. They started to learn how to use those weapons, and they have acquired their first glorious hat. I mean, getting a hat at Tf2 is actually a really big thing. You get a hat, you feel accomplished in some way, but that accomplishment can also turn into an obsession if you don't take care of it as soon as possible. Now, after the casual players, we have the lazy players, who are a new category in TF2. I mean, there were before, but those were only considered as spike rats. Now we have the lazy people, who are people who like spending time not playing the game. They're the people who want to conga, who want to spike rap, even though I mentioned it earlier, and who want to relax as their rancho or engineer, drinking beer, having a triple chin. Yeah! I suck at acting. Or something similar to that. Now, after the lazy people, we have the veteran category, which are people who want to prove themselves the most. Now, those are the ones who play the game long enough to know how to play it. They're the ones who want to rank up as much score as they want, to be the first in the scoreboard, which is basically me, but I've been playing the game for 5 years or something like that. I don't know, I stopped considering looking at the scoreboard for now, thanks to my brother. Thank you, Darky. Anyway, after that, we have the elders, who are the oldest TF2 players, like Germa and Star, and they're the ones who have the ability to turn something from impossible to possible. Example, even very shitty team. You have a team that has 5 snipers and has 2 spies. And the spies are trying to go back to their bases and try to backstab them, but there's a pyro in their team always trying to kill them. Now, if you get a elder in the losing team, he will literally change the tides, if it's possible, because I don't think a team of 5 snipers and 1 pro can destroy an entire team full of 5 pyros. Maybe, if the 5 pyros are also beginners. But anyway, they have the ability to change the tides of war, or change the tides of the match, in a very good way. But they can also be categorized as the lazy people, because they have played the game so much that they just want to, they just want to have some fun. Because they have played the game so much, it just got boring, repetitive. They want to enjoy it a little bit more than they should. Now, after that, that's all the categories, I guess. I mean, I don't know any other categories. I can probably think of a couple of them. But anyway, if you don't know where I'm getting at, then I don't know what's wrong with you. But if you are, listen. If Valve is planning a competitive mode, or has already planned a Tf2 competitive mode, they should realize the things that happen in it. Now, the way I think Tf2 competitive mode is gonna be played or made is like in CSGO. Because CSGO has a very well-made competitive mode, which goes around by ranks. If you don't know what Counter-Strike competitive mode is, then go buy Counter-Strike and play it. Just kidding, I'll explain it. The ranking system in Counter-Strike is basically the more matches you win, the bigger the rank you get. And the better you play, the better badge you get, and they will use that to indicate which league you're in and put you against people that are equal to you, or weaker or stronger, depending on how they play. Now, even though if they consider doing a Counter-Strike mode, there's still gonna be another thing to categorize everything with them game modes, because Tf2 has several competitive game modes, even though Tf2 competitive is not out yet, but there is an actual competitive website for Tf2 called Tf2 Center. Now, I don't play in this website due to the fact that I cannot wait that long to join a match. It takes like an hour and a half to find one match, and if you find one, you're basically gonna end up 5 minutes of gameplay and immediately just leave, because other people intend to leave when the match starts and just lose afterwards. That happened to me like 4 times when I played, so I got sick of it, left, didn't want to bother with it again. But now, since Valve is making their own competitive mode, I want to play that. Now, when it comes to the other game modes, Tf2 has 2v2, 4v4, 5v5, 6v6, and Highlander. I don't think 2v2 exists, but I don't know, I heard it somewhere. Anyway, I would even, if Valve optimizes these game modes, I would really like if Valve adds restrictions to the 5v5 and 6v6, because those game modes are really for very good players, because a beginner for Tf2 competitive isn't gonna be able to coordinate with the team to attack properly. What I recommend is a restriction until the team doesn't get enough points or a bigger rank to join them. Now, the way he's gonna actually get that rank is to play Highlander. Now, Highlander is a game mode which has the least amount of weapon restrictions, which lets the player play how they want, not how the rules indicate how to play, because the 5v5 and 6v6 are strictly default only usage. There are other weapons that can be used, but they're only the ones that are actually weaker than the default, or not as much useful. I mean, okay, there's one thing I just want to point out. That they allow the babyface in the fucking 6v6 and 5v5 mode, but they don't allow the force of nature, because I don't fucking know. Never mind, that's gonna be a subject for another video. Now, if you want to play Tf2 competitive and want to start it, try Tf2 Center before this update comes out. But if you want to wait, and after when the update does come out, play Highlander. It's gonna be easier for you. It's gonna introduce you to Tf2 competitive less rationally than it should. So anyway, that's gonna wrap up this entire video. Now, this was a very huge subject to talk about in the first place, so I tried to script everything in order to conjure up something decent to hear, because I'm not very good at post commentaries. So, if you enjoyed this video, like, share, comment, and subscribe for more TF2 videos. Bye bye.